go on this cab. I mean, we haven't even touched it yet, but yeah, the weather's failed. As I said, it's pretty cold now, so we won't be doing much outside. We'll get this framework ready to blast and paint on the truck, and you talk to the paint man, get the colour for the engine, and work away at that slowly if we get some warmer weather. But this cab's going to be a big job. I'm going to have to pull all the lining out of it, because I'm pretty sure the roof cap's going to have to be worked on at the front when I get the window mask out. I think as I get closer to working on this cab, I will possibly throw it out there, even that I don't have a lot of followers and this channel hasn't grown, in the sense that there's going to be a lot of people who I need to see it view. But there's a possibility that if I can't source this window rubber off the internet, I could throw it out there on my video that if somebody in America can source a window seal for me, and we can make it work via email and payment and that, pay them and get the shipping costs and all that sorted. My problem is that I can obviously go online, go to a Pete dealer and email and try and source it for and that, but no one wants to ship it. Shipping's a big hassle for a lot of dealers. They just don't want to look at it, don't want to think about it. eBay, Amazon, yeah, that's cool, but a lot of the stuff won't ship internationally, so that's another problem for me. But I'll cross that bridge when I get to it as well. I may source one, but it's going to be a two-piece rubber, two-piece window, this one. I don't need glass, luckily, yet, until we go to remove and obviously refit and we have a disaster. But it's another thing I'll worry about when it happens. Okay, here we are with a mocked up exhaust system. Obviously I obtained the rest of the parts. Was this change of plan for what I was going to do. I'll explain that in a minute. So overall, this is what we ended up with. Got all the new flared end and that to go on the turbo. Put that around there. Bit of wood just sitting up there as a mock-up. So I did a bracket down here. Goes down onto the main frame to support it all. And going to end up with a bit of flexi in here. I was short of clamps for that at the moment, so I didn't plan to put that just there. Right, here we are taking the other engine bush out. My assistant's jacking for me. Yep, out. Let the jack down, Alex, and you'll get that out. Turn the handle. That's it. Keep turning. Right. Lift the rubber out. Yep. Got it out. That one's just about worn out. So I was just going to show you what I got here. I found these on eBay. I think they come from Tennessee, maybe. Not sure now. Yeah, obviously the guy, wasn't from a big retailer or anything like that. It was just some guy had some stock. So yeah, it's got the date on there, July 1990. Try and focus. But they're genuine parts. So yeah, I was rapt to get those. They shipped okay. They weren't very expensive either. Genuine part numbers, made in USA. Oh yeah, I just really appreciate the guy shipping those. It's awesome. He's put on there international shipping available and sent them all the details, and they arrived. It was like 2 weeks, I think. Real good. So we're going to install those. We've got new hardware, well, old washers, but new bolts. Put all those through. All right, we're going to do the famous sunflower oil again. Just going to put that on the rubber. thoughts are I'll put that on there, spill it everywhere over the jack. We'll do that one. We'll sit those down in there, and I think we'll just let the engine down. Don't get it on the frame there, Alex. I already have. I want to blast. When it stops raining, I don't want oil on the truck everywhere. Just put that on there like that. Right, flick that switch to down. I think it's on up at the moment.
This?
Yeah, flick that. Right, no, keep going. Now, work the handle.
It's just turning.
No. Yeah. Look at that one.
Keep going.
I'm just going to have a look, Alex, with the light. I think one's caught up. Oh, might be right. Yeah, keep going. That'll do for a minute. I'm just going to get underneath and have a look to see if all the rubbers have come through. It's not caught up in the frame.
Off there.
Yep, that was successful. They all come through. That's good.
Now what?
Put the bolts in. Right, just to show you what we've done, we've just used a grinder with a, not sure what grit it was, 80 grit paper, flat wheel. We've just cleaned up all this mounting surface for the exhaust bracket. Alex, he's my painter today, chief painter. But we've done the same on here. Flat wheel relax, had one coat, we'll get another one yet. And same on the other side, cleaned the frame and painted the mounting bracket. I've decided it'll be easier to paint all this when it's on the truck. I just can't be bothered trying to hang it and paint it because I know it'll happen. I'll just blast it while it's mounted, see how it goes. We've had a go at the tank bands with the paper and the air sander. Don't know how the light's going to show this up, but yeah, it's going to be hard to get a polished finish on those, I think. Oh, this is the back side against the chassis, so that's all good. Another one down here. So my thoughts are probably going to put a bilge primer or whatever I recommended, build those up, and the possibility they will get painted. I don't see myself polishing. I could yet change my mind. I'll stand this up and try and turn it a bit. Back side against the truck. Come around to the bottom. Bottom's, yeah, she's been hit on the ground a few times. So we had a go hammering them out. I'll just sit there down. Hammering them out, we've got a pretty good shake back into them. Circles there. Time will tell when we put it together. So I'm going to order the rubber to go on the bands next. Just work out the length. I'll go away and do that. Right, update on what's happening here. As you know, I took the radiator out some time ago. I've attacked it with the wire wheel, but I'm still not happy with it. There's areas I can't get into. So I'm going to have a go with my little sandblasting gun just to get in around the top tank here, get the areas obviously I can't reach. Don't want to use a big gun because I know there'll be nothing left of the core. So I'm going to attack it with this rust converter. Never used it before. No sponsorship from those people. Yeah, just spray it in. I see you buy it in the liquid form and you got to brush it on and maybe you possibly spray it, but somebody said you can't clean the gun out afterwards. I don't know, never done it. So, got my blasting helmet and just my little gun there. I run my 185 CFM compressor in there, that'll run the little gun with no problems. All the noise in there, it's school holidays, so I got my oldest boy, he's air sanding the straps for the fuel tanks, give him something to do. So yeah, I'm going to have a go at this and I'll show you what it comes up like. Right, PDNZ here, back with an update with what's been happening, not a lot. Yeah, been working on the fuel tanks, need to catch up with that body shop guy to get some recommendations on what to do. So, pretty cold, pretty damp here. You would have seen in one of my previous clips, I used a little hand blasting gun to tidy the radiator up, but the compressor pumped more water than air just about due to the high humidity and dampness here at the moment, middle of winter. So yeah, we started, I did that, put some of that rust converter on it. So I sort of gave up doing much on that at the moment. Moved on to the cab. I've had my boys here helping the last couple of days, school holidays. They want things to do. So we moved inside the cab and started removing the lining from the roof. And yeah, I'll show you in a minute what it looks like. It's quite good just to sit in the driver's seat. Bit of a motivation to keep going. Looking forward to the day when possibly I might be able to get it running again, and even if we just drive around the paddock in it. Don't know, it's just something to do. If you stop and think about the whole project, you'd probably say, why am I doing it? But yeah, not a lot else to do at this time of the year here, so just work away at it. I'll show you what we've been doing in the cab here. Got the roof lining out. No rodents, it's all clean. Can see where there's corrosion around some of the hucks, around the fasteners, so they're obviously leaking. I've taken the air horns right off. They're out. A little bit of corrosion around there, but it hasn't been pouring water in there. I do know where the visor was mounted, all that was broken up in there, and that, so yeah, that's not very healthy. Oh, sorry, that's where the marker light was, that big hole there. Got the rubber grommet out. But what I want to show you is, and I know there's heaps out there on the internet and Facebook, but yeah, this is why we're pulling the windows out. That window mask has got a lot of corrosion in it. Be interesting to see how it cleans up. Obviously the centerpiece and that, but you remanufacture all that. Not hard to do, it's just time. But I can see that it goes right across the top there, it's been leaking. I can see that the dash is going to have to be removed, obviously, to work on the frame. I was sort of just looking at that. I haven't done a lot of research to see if anybody else has done it or shown how they've done it. Maybe I have a look at Peterbilt Mike, or Mike the Truck Nut as he calls himself now. I know he's done one. I'll go back and look at his videos, see if he removes the dash. I think it's done screw everything, and the plastic parts, the moulding should come back. Probably got to release the steering wheel and the clamp here. So we'll figure that one out. Pretty dark in the cab here, a bit like old Twin Sticks when he did his, lights everywhere. So yeah, I'm going to remove the lining. I think I'll take it right out in the whole cab. Well, I know it's clean in the back, and clean the upholstery before it goes back in. I need to get at the mountings for the handrails on the external of the cab. Some are bolted with stainless bolts, and some have got hut fasteners through them. So you're going to have to cut those off and get into it to get those off, and I'll figure out how I'm going to remount them when I get to it. My thoughts are I can work away at this cab. I mean, even if I don't get the painting part of it on the external, I can still work on the internal and get all that done. You can actually put it all back together and it doesn't matter. Worst thing is the front windows, obviously. Sorry about the lighting, it's a bit hard to see, I know. But I just thought I'd give you an update, show you where I'm going with it, what's happening. There's a few other people I'm following on YouTube now, they pop up, a bit like me, they're sort of not out there, they're not rock stars, don't pop up straight away on YouTube, but if you muck around and start searching, and yeah, it's amazing what comes up. Some of them are good guys to watch, you learn a lot what they're doing. Some of them, it makes you realise that you're actually quite lucky with what I've got in the workshop here. Got a lot of tooling, got a lot of equipment I can work with. Some of those guys, you just watch them, they're out in the gravel yard, laying on the ground, trying to do things, trying to paint outside, high humidity and poor daylight and all that type of thing. So yeah, it's hats off to those people for doing that. But enough rambling on, as I say, and we'll carry on doing a bit more. Give you another update soon.